Membership Hub provides organizations with the ability to create and manage their memberships, along with supporting membership products, pricing, and promotions. Expected payments can also be tracked against those memberships. Handling renewals, such as automated or manual renewals, can also be done within Membership Hub. When we open Membership Hub, we're initially presented with our memberships dashboard. This dashboard gives us some key insights into our membership data. We're able to see the transactions that we're expecting versus the ones that we've received payment for relating to our memberships on a quarterly basis. We can see transactions which are overdue, so we're able to understand which supporters we need to get in contact with to chase for payment. We're also able to see our top 5 membership products, as well as any memberships which are due to expire in the next 30 days, so that we can contact those supporters to see if they wish to renew. To manage supporters in Membership Hub, we need to access the supporters section within the sitemap. Supporters come in two forms. They can either be an account or contact. Think of accounts as organizations and think of contacts as individuals. So if we look at contacts, for example, by clicking the contacts link here, we can now see all the contacts that we have captured within our system. Let's look at Alan Smith's record. From here, we're able to see some key information about Alan, such as his name, his email address, his phone number, his postal address, any interactions we've had with Alan, whether it be emails or phone calls that someone from the membership organization has had with that particular individual. We're also able to build a picture of how Alan might relate to other accounts and contacts that we have in the system via affiliations and relationships. So we can define and track those affiliations Alan has with particular accounts. So you can see here, for example, Alan's an advisor to AdventureWorks and also has relationships that we know about with Frank and Kathleen. So key information like that allows us to build a bigger picture as to who Alan is and what relationships he has and how that could potentially benefit some of the conversations we're having with either Alan or those related contacts. We can also see some key information as it relates to the memberships Alan has. So you can see here, Alan has a particular membership currently, and he has a bunch of transactions that we're expecting payment for. And you can see here the first one that was due on the 8th of November has actually been paid. And furthermore, we can also see some additional financial information like the payment methods we have on record for Alan, different payment schedules which relate to the memberships that he has, as well as all transactions across all memberships as well. In order to create and manage memberships within Membership Hub, firstly, we need to ensure that we have membership products, pricing plans, and potentially promotions set up within the system. To create membership products and manage them, access the products link via the sitemap here on the left-hand side. From here, we're able to see the membership products that we already have created within our system. So you can see we have 2 membership products currently created, an individual membership and a joint membership. To create a new membership product, click the New button in the command bar. From here, I can specify a name for the membership product. I can determine if it's a lifetime membership or not, and therefore doesn't have an expiry date. I can specify if more than one member is allowed to access this membership. And also I can determine the duration of this particular membership product. So for example, I'll set this to 12 months and hit save. From here, I can now determine pricing associated to this membership product via the membership pricing plans. So to create a new membership pricing plan, click the new membership pricing plan button. Again, I can determine a name for the membership pricing plan. I can then specify payment frequency. So in this case, I want to create a monthly pricing option for this particular membership product. I can specify the full amount of the membership, which is to be divided across the number of months. So because I set up a 12-month duration on the product and the payment frequency is monthly, it's the total amount that would be split across the 12 months. So in this case, I'm going to keep it simple and specify £120. I can then specify a tax rate if one's applicable. I can also determine if there's an upfront payment. So for example, if we are setting up a membership using this product and pricing plan where the payments are going to be covered using a direct debit, we might want to take a separate upfront payment initially using a upfront payment method. So in that instance, I can specify whether I want an upfront payment to be taken on a particular membership using this pricing plan, and what the amount would be and the number of months that are being paid up front. I can also determine if there's any sort of joining or admin fees that need to be applied when this membership pricing plan is applied to a membership, and whether those joining fees are actually inclusive of any promotions or discount codes that are added to the membership. And then I can see kind of what the gross amount and the net amount is, as well as the tax amount based on the membership amount and tax rate I've applied above. So if I hit save on here, that's going to create the membership pricing plan. Close that. You can see now I have a particular pricing option against this full membership product which I've created. And again, I can create different pricing options. So if there's different payment frequencies that can be applied and different prices based on those payment frequencies, as an example, I can create multiple pricing plans here to cater for those scenarios. Now, to create any membership promotions which I might want to apply to a particular membership, all I need to do is navigate to the promotions link within the sitemap, just here. From here, I can see any membership promotions that already exist. So you can see one already exists called 10% off first month. So if I navigate into that this particular promotion has a promotional code of 10% off, has a discount percentage of 10, is applied to a single month. So the duration of this promotion only applies to 1 month, and it has a redeem from date set to the 8th of November 2022 with no redeem to date. So this membership promotion will not expire the way this has been set up. And also you can see this is being applied to these two membership products here, so the individual membership and the joint membership. Now, if I wanted to create a new promotion, just click the new button in the command bar. So if I create a 50% off 6 months promotion, again, I can specify a promo code if I wanted to, but it's not mandatory. I then need to provide the discount percentage. So in this scenario, we're going to specify 50. And now the discount duration in months. So essentially, we want this discount to be applied to the first 6 months of a membership. So in this scenario, we'll set the discount duration in months to 6, and we'll set the redeem from date to today, and we'll leave the redeem to blank so it won't expire. That will now create the membership promotion for me. And now what's left to do is to add our full membership product to this. And we'll also actually add all membership products that currently exist within the app. So I've selected the 3 membership products there, and you can see now they're applied. So essentially, when I go and create a membership using one of these membership products, if I then try to set a promotion against that membership, it will only show me the promotions which are currently active, which haven't expired, that are applied to the membership product I've selected on the membership. Now, in order to create a membership record, or at least view the ones that we already have in the system, we navigate to the membership link here on the left-hand side within the sitemap. By default, we're able to see a list of active memberships which exist in our system. We have a number of out-the-box views, so we can see memberships based on different statuses, and we can edit and filter these views appropriately here using the edit columns and edit filters. If I wanted to create a new membership, again, we just click the new icon here in the command bar, and then we're presented with the new membership form. This form requires a few bits of information to set up the membership for a particular supporter. So firstly, we need to specify the supporter. So in this scenario, a supporter could be either an account or a contact. So it could be essentially an organization or an individual person. So in this scenario, let's pick John Smith. We now need to select a membership product. So let's pick the full membership, which we've just created, and then specify a pricing plan. We'll only see the pricing plans that relate to that membership product that we've selected. So here we can see the full membership monthly pricing plan that we created earlier. Now, because we've set these 2 values, the duration of this particular membership is automatically set for us. So we've got duration in months of 12. I can determine if this is John's primary membership. He might have multiple memberships, so we'll select that as being his primary. And we also have a joining date and a start date. And by default, these are set to the current date. And our end date is automatically calculated for us based on the start date and the duration in months. So you can see the last day of this particular membership, if it was to start today, would run until the 7th of November 2023. If this membership has been purchased as a gift for John, so for example, someone else is paying for it, I can determine that it's a gift, and then I can change the payer to be someone other than John. The payment frequency has been set to monthly automatically for us. Again, that's been derived from the associated pricing plan. And then I can specify a payment method that's going to be used for John in order to pay for the 12 monthly payments. So if I click create new payment method, we have this nice pop out here where we can specify the payment method type. So in this case, let's just pick card, but you can see here we've got a range of different payment method types available. For example, if I was to pick direct debit, you can see there's a bunch of extra information that we might want to capture about that particular payment method, such as the preferred payment date, sort code, account number, and account holder name. But we're just going to pick card for now. Also, if this membership has been paid via an external website or payment gateway, we're expecting to tie this membership back to particular references. Then we can specify the reference here, and we can also determine a third-party income type, so determine that the income is going to be coming from a particular source, essentially, so we can see what the source is. So you can see here I've created 4 different third-party income types within the application. Again, you can create whichever income types you wish to determine essentially what sources of data you have these membership payments coming from. So I've hit save and close. That's going to create the membership payment method for me and assign it here to the membership and to John. The joining fee amount and the membership amount has automatically been pulled through from the pricing plan that I've specified. I can overwrite this, so if there's on a case-by-case scenario we need to overwrite the joining fee or the membership amounts, and we can do that here. I can then specify promotion. So in this scenario, you can see I've got the 50% off 6 months here. So this is the only promotion that's been applied to this particular membership product. Notice how the 10% off the first month one isn't shown here because that wasn't applied to this particular membership product. And then by default, the discount amount and the amount after discount are then automatically calculated for me here, so I can see that information. As it relates to the renewal settings relating to this membership, so because this membership runs until the 7th of November, it has a renewal date of the 8th of November 2023, which is a year from now. It's also set to auto renew. This could be set to yes or no. So essentially, when we get to the 8th of November, another payment schedule will be generated for us with the expected transactions based on these renewal settings. If this is set to no at the end of this period, it will just expire unless someone comes and manually renews this membership. I can also determine how I want it to renew, i.e. what membership product and pricing plan I want to use. So do I want to use the existing ones at the point of renewal, or do I want to change the product and the pricing plan upon renewal? So if I want to do that, I can set this to no, and I can specify the product and the pricing plan that I want it to renew to once we get to 8th of November. And then I can also determine how I want the renewal process to apply the pricing. So do I want it to renew at the current membership amount that we've got specified here? Do we want it to renew based on the pricing of the product and the pricing plan at the time of renewal? So if the underlying pricing plan pricing changes whilst this membership is in flight, then apply that new pricing. Or we can have the option to specify something custom here. So we've got complete flexibility in the options that are available to us. So if I save this particular membership, that's going to create the membership record for me. Note how the status reason of this membership is in a draft state here. So it's not currently active. It doesn't have a payment schedule or any associated transactions created for it yet. I can also specify any additional members as well. So if this was, say, a family membership, a corporate membership where there's multiple members in addition to the primary supporter that would need to have access to this membership, then I can come in here and add those. I also can specify any soft credits. So if we want to capture anyone who has influenced this particular membership, we can specify them here. We can also determine allocations for this membership. So we have the concept of funds, which is essentially pots of money for budgetary purposes. So any of the income that we receive against this membership, we want to be allocated to a particular fund. We can do that, and we can determine a split across different funds on a percentage basis too. So I can click the new allocation plan button here, and I can specify the fund and the percentage. So in this case, I might want to allocate 100% of the income that we receive from this membership to the general fund. So in this scenario, I'll just specify 100% and I'll hit save, and that will then apply this allocation plan to the membership. Once I'm happy that my membership's set up and I'm happy with the information that's been filled in on the form, I can then activate the membership. So if I click this activate button here at the top, I get a preview and just a bit of a reminder of what's going to be created for me at this point. So I can see some high level header information relating to the pricing of the membership, as well as the membership product and the pricing plans that I've selected, just to make sure they're correct. And then I can see the transactions that are going to be created upon underneath the payment schedule that's also going to be generated, representing this individual membership term. So you can see 12 membership payments are going to be created. Notice how the first 6 have a 50% discount applied. So that £120 initial amount has had that £30 discount applied, leaving the 90 remaining. And you can see that discount has been applied to the first 6 transactions here. So once I'm happy with this, I can click confirm. If I wanted to change anything, I would just click cancel. This would hide, and then I have the ability to modify the form again and then try to activate the membership once more. But if I'm happy, I'll click confirm here. This is essentially going to generate a payment schedule for me with associated transactions. So the payment schedule, in essence, just represents the payment term for this particular membership. So we know one term for this membership is 12 months. So we have a payment schedule which represents that 12 months with the associated 12 transactions that are being created. And essentially, once we come to renewal, we'll then renew this membership with a new payment schedule and another set of transactions, but more on that later. So you can see this has been successful. You can see 12 transactions have been created. If I hit OK in here, the form refreshes, and you can see now we're in an active state. And also we have some additional fields now appear at the top to show any transactions which are overdue and any number of transactions which are overdue. So these are automatically calculated for us once transactions become into an overdue state, essentially. I can also have a look at the payment schedules now. We have a payment schedule that's been created with a gross amount of £90, and then we have 12 transactions here. So we're able to see every single transaction across all payment schedules on this membership directly from this transactions tab. If I wanted to see the transactions specific to a specific payment schedule, I would just click into the payment schedule, and then I would see the transactions listed here. Now that our transactions are created and essentially our membership is active, I can then track the income being received against this membership. So as you can see, we have one payment here which is due today for £5. So assuming I've received that £5 payment or a payment of some sort, I can come in here and pay the transaction. I can also mark transactions as forgiven as well. So if, for example, we ever forgive a supporter from not paying a particular transaction, we just want to basically null the transaction, we can click the forgive transaction button and it will mark this transaction as forgiven, and it will set the amount received to 0, and in this case £5 will be written off. Let's assume John has made the payment of £5 to us and we just want to mark that as being done. I can come in here, click pay transaction. I can specify the paid on date, specify the amount, hit confirm, and then the transaction is going to be paid for me. So you can see it's been marked as paid. If I specified slightly less than the £5 in this case, then the deficit amount would be written off, and then the status here would be partially paid. So now if I navigate back to the membership from the transaction, now that it's in active state, I have a few other options available to me here at the top. So I could cancel the membership should the membership no longer be needed by that particular supporter. So I've got the ability to cancel. I can update the membership as well. So I can specify a new payment frequency. I can also specify a new interval amount that I want to pay across that payment frequency. And furthermore, I can also renew the membership. So if I wanted to manually renew the membership to generate a new payment schedule with a set of transactions based on the renewal settings down here, then I can manually do that. Obviously, at the moment, this one is set to auto renew as being yes. So what we have in the background is we have a background process which would do this automatically for us at the point of renewal. We can also configure the auto renewal process to run X number of days or months prior to the renewal date. For instance, if we wanted to generate the next payment schedule ahead of time before the first transaction essentially becomes due, then we can configure that in the background as well. And that's a global setting that will be applied to all memberships which are due to auto renew. And that concludes our overview of Membership Hub. I hope you found that useful. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.